Haven't been able to talk about much going on in Canada lately, mostly because there hasn't been a lot newsworthy happening within the walls of Canada. We still have a leader who proudly posts this, and this was posted April 25th, so Monday. Yeah, it was posted then, and this is April 25th, 2022, by the way, like this past Monday, okay? This somebody who has already had the coof recently, theoretically, apparently, okay, triple, quadruple, fifth tuple boosted, okay, both of them have had the coof, okay, the wife, the one in the white mask, sorry, the one in the wife had it at the beginning, okay. And then, yeah, the husband conveniently got an infection right before all the truckers showed up in Ottawa. They're posting their lavish lifestyle to commemorate their anniversary because it's still clown world in Canada where everybody should just be lining up to get the shot and still continue to wear your mask and, I don't know, isolate in a fucking room with wallpaper done by Ann Geddes. Christ on ice. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau wished his wife, Sophie Gregory, you know that it's a strong relationship when she doesn't even take your last name, even the last name of Trudeau in the country of Canada, okay? As much as I hate the old man, it's still a fucking famous last name, and you're still running around with your maiden name. It speaks more to the man than the relationship, but whatever. A happy anniversary, posting a photo on his social media showing the couple holding hands on a swing while masked. Ugh. I wish they'd would have commemorated their anniversary in a pool while wearing a mask. The post shows a type of mask theater that Canadians have grown accustomed to with the Prime Minister. Yep, literally. Okay, like, I'll even do something as innocuous as just check the weather that's outside using the weather network, even though it's never fucking accurate. But we'll just get hit with some propaganda, and then me with living within the borders of Alberta, which is the most based Canadian Canadian province. I was going to say state. So used to talking about American stuff. But no, still, being the most based Canadian place is like being the smartest retard or the tallest midget. It doesn't really mean all that much, okay? But you have these advertisements for the government of Alberta. Oh my god, we're all back open now. You can come down, you can enjoy the theater. I think I'm seeing one from Grant McEwen or some shit like that, some sort of theater that's out there. And they're showing just a stage with a bunch of actors or acting straight, apparently. They're up there on the stage and they're all, you know, in full regalia. They're trying to act out their play, whatever horrific disaster of a fucking woke premise that they're trying to portray. Whatever. They're all still masked up because why exactly? It's over. It's done. Stop it. This theater has to end at some point or another. But it would all start with the guy who's up at the top, but he's going to be there for another few years because, of course, the NDP likes power. Trudeau promised it to them. They agree on literally fucking everything. So, yeah, this nonsense ain't going to be stopping for a while. So I just need to get some funds together and leave this fucking disastrous place. Anyways, here's more incentive towards it. Remember, he's Captain Carbon Tax. And everything needs to be done in service of the climate catastrophe. Even though not a lot of people live in a whole bunch of real estate within this country, right? There's 43 million people that live here. You take a look at population distribution maps and you realize that there is a whole bunch of fucking farmland and forested areas that nobody lives in, but climate's our problem, right? And that Trudeau needs to travel 50,000 kilometers by plane over the course of 7 weeks to talk about carbon emissions. Zero self-awareness. But this is still the same asshole who recently goes around talking about the terrors of encroaching totalitarianism. Zero self-awareness. But he's accomplished everything that he wants to. Okay, he seized power. He invoked the Emergencies Act. And yeah, no, he couldn't get it passed through the Senate because the Senate was actually going to hold him accountable. Less said about that, the better. But no. He scared everybody out there. He mobilized the RCMP, which was, you know, they're definitely your friends. Oh yeah, we back the blue, eh? And we make sure that all those Mounties, they get their proper props, huh? That they came out there, eh? And that you busted up all of those illegal truckers who were out there I like littering and making the place real bad. No, they weren't doing any of that. They were just trying to express free speech. Well, that's gone now because Emergencies Act and Justin Trudeau, the man with the nice hair, he told you that y'all should go home now, huh? Now that he accomplished everything that he wanted to, now somebody's trying to check in on him. That's nice. Too little, too late. Ottawa launches inquiry into the use of the Emergencies Act to clear convoy protest. That's nice. The Liberal government has officially launched an independent public inquiry into its use of the Emergencies Act to remove Freedom Convoy demonstrators in Ottawa earlier this year. That's nice. Still being launched by the Liberal government. It's going to be independent. Every time I hear that, I just wait for the people that are announced in the inquiry or the probe or the investigation. And then when it turns out that they all just work for the Liberal government, it's just a fucking farce. This is just PR, okay? This is just an opportunity for the I was going to say president again, too much American coverage lately, but no, the prime minister is just an opportunity for him to just prove and pay for his own political justification. Fucking asshole. In a news release issued on April 25th, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau announced the creation of the Public Order Emergency Commission, which will look into the circumstances that led to the Emergencies Act being invoked. Look at all those white supremacists that were there. What do? Do we just kill them while they're still in the womb? Ontario Appeal Court Justice Paul S. Rouleau, a Frenchman, great, has been named commissioner of the inquiry and must provide a final report to the federal government by February 20th, 2023, long after anybody'll fucking care. Rouleau was first appointed to the Ontario Superior Court Justice in 2002. Is that under Chrétien or Martin? Again, still under the Liberal government, and joined the Ontario Court of Appeals in 2005. Again, still same question. That could have been during that tumultuous time between Martin and Stephen Harper, but whatever. He was also appointed Deputy Judge of the Supreme Court of the Yukon Territories in 2014. What the? This motherfucker's been everywhere. And to the Nunavut Court of Justice in the Supreme Court of the Northwest Territories in 2017. Was he investigating polar bear protests? Like, what the fuck was this guy doing? Equitable distribution of whale blubber. Running structural checks on igloos. Like, fuck. In the coming days and weeks, I will be working to establish the Public Order Emergencies Commission and be offering more information on the function of the commission in the near future, he said on April 25th. Oh, in an April 25th statement. Yeah, that would be nice. I want to know what you're actually looking for. I'm committed to ensuring that the process is open and transparent. I doubt it. I press big X on that one. As possible, recognizing the tight timelines for reporting imposed by the Emergencies Act. Tight timelines, huh? You have just about a year to get it done. Trudeau said the commission will look into the circumstances that surrounded the Emergencies Act being invoked and make recommendations to prevent those events from happening again. No more freedom to assemble. He just wants that in writing so that he can just go ahead and anybody who doesn't look like somebody that I'd agreed with, we can go ahead and bust those organizations and those gatherings up. That would be nice. Can you just write that for me? That'd be wonderful. Trudeau invoked the act for the first time since its creation on February 14th. Technically true, but philosophically vague. Amid nationwide protests against the COOF mandates and restrictions, which still continue to permeate to this very day in some places. Don't worry though, if you're longing for restrictions and the government to step on your neck, just wait until the fall. The act gave police extraordinary powers to remove protests at Ottawa's downtown core and at several border blockades, where protesters had already largely cleared out by the time the act was invoked. The protesters, many of whom remained in Ottawa for some 3 weeks, were met with police wielding batons and pepper spray, and one stage mounted police charged into a crowd, knocked a protester down, but then just said, oh, she was being lippy, so we needed to teach her a thing or two, including a woman who was injured as a result and ended up in hospital. Trampled by a horse, in fact. Y'all remember? The protesters, many of whom... I was right the first time. Additional powers granted under the act also allowed federal governments to freeze protesters and supporters' bank accounts. Yep, that still happened. Have any of those assets been returned? Nope. Are there still people who are organizing it that are still being detained to this very day and they still have outstanding court dates? Yep. So what is this commission council investigation going to prove? Justin Trudeau did nothing wrong and that white supremacy is one of the biggest threats to the Canadian Republic, and he's the only one who can stop all of this from happening. See why I don't want to talk about Canada? It's so fucking depressing. With all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. Please help me. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and leave this fucking failing country. Take care, everyone.